The Mazda 2 is a popular smaller hatchback, and it's been around in the current shape for a couple of years in South Africa. This particular one is the new derivative that's been added quite recently called the Individual Plus, which gives you a number of extras like very neat looking mag wheels. You do get keyless entry and push button start, for example, and standard, of course, as the shape is, the 4 doors and coming round to a relatively small boot in standard mode. That gives you 200 litres of boot space in a normal boot size, and if you do drop the rear seats, you go up to 816 litres of load space as a 2-seater version. So very neat, very nice, very compact, and of course Mazda quality with your Mazda Skyactiv technology on the engine, which is a 4-cylinder 1.5 litre petrol, putting out 82 kilowatts, 145 newton meters of torque. Now that's pretty plenty for a relatively small hatchback, so it certainly does give you a fair amount of get up and go. Behind the wheel of the Individual Plus, you can see the instrumentation is pretty much the same as the other versions, but an important feature you do get is just above you over there is your heads-up display. Pretty clever on a little flip-up panel that comes up and shows you can see just speed showing now. Obviously I'm not moving, but it does give you speed limit, and very importantly, because it is the Individual Plus version, you do get all your controls on the steering wheel, of course, and even little flappy paddles for the 6-speed automatic gearbox. So you've got all of those features, and then you do have standard on the Mazdas, but you get the, of course, infotainment screen over here, the nice fixed infotainment screen, which is operated by the controller down here. And if I go home, and you can see it changes there, it gives you your various options, and being Individual Plus, it does of course give you, as standard, full navigation as well. So those are important features that you get on the Individual Plus that adds to the version and why it is at the top of the range. You can see also standard for Mazda these days, the very nice and high quality finish to the dashboard, to the interior, with the leather type finish across the dash, and just very neat. It's an upmarket feeling place, which is important. Your gearbox over here, 6-speed automatic gearbox, and over here you do have a button that says Sport Mode. Now this is one of my little gripes about this particular car, because I have to be honest with you, in sport mode it does kind of hold onto the gears in my book a little bit too long and almost over rev a little bit, especially at freeway speeds. Maybe nice for pull away from robots and around in traffic, but I don't know about using it on freeways, but it's something you must choose. But also a nice feature that I do like is, of course, you do have the reverse camera on the Individual Plus, and you can see all your features over here. And of course, being the Individual Plus version, it does give you a lot more active safety features as well, which are important on this vehicle, and that's what you're paying the extra money for, to get the extra active safety on the car as well. So all of those add up together. Being a typical Mazda 2, of course, you're going to find the rear seat is a little bit limited for space, but it's not bad at all, and it's pretty comfortable. I think the compromise has been made between a little bit of extra rear seat space and maybe a bit less boot space on this particular model. But those are the kind of things that you have to look out. You've got lane departure warning included in that suite of extra safety features that I mentioned that come in. Particularly what Mazda have been doing over the last year or two is, in most of their ranges, they've added an Individual Plus derivative at the top with the extra safety suite, extra spec added to it, and that's where they come, which of course comes to price wise, doesn't it? So for this version, as it stands over here, with all the extras I've mentioned, you're looking at 286,000 Rand. That's the price, of course, for all the extras and for pretty much the top of the range, barring the diesel Acera version, but we won't talk about that one right now. We're talking the petrol versions. This is the top option. 286,000 buys you this one, and don't forget that always includes Mazda's unparalleled 3-year unlimited mileage warranty and service plan. Particularly if you're the kind of driver who does high mileages, well, it's becoming a bit of a no-brainer to see if there isn't a Mazda to suit you. Overall, certainly an option and a good player in the smallish luxury hatchback segment of the market. And if you're looking for a car in this segment of the market, take a look and check it out. For Motor Matters, I'm Eleanor, and I'll see you next time.